can first of all give you some good news. United are losing 1-0, which at least some of us will be pleased about. England might even win a cricket as well, which really, I think my job is just to welcome you all to what's been a really successful 3 weeks here at this, I think, first of this particular archaeological dig in North Manchester in Moston. And it has been tremendously successful. I've just been listening to an argument about how many young people have been involved over the 3 weeks, and it's an argument about whether it's 200, 250 or 300. Whatever it is, that's an awful lot of, even at the lower end, that's an awful lot of young people who've been able to have a remarkable experience over the last few weeks, and I know that some of those people have been here every single day to take part in this process.
We always look to keep our children and young people entertained during the summer holidays, and every year we come up with schemes, and I'd had this one in my mind for a good number of years because of a book I read by Father Brian Seal.
I think it's absolutely marvellous. I think it's a lovely idea. It's something that the whole community can enjoy, and I visit these fields quite often. There's not too many people around, and now look, everybody's out. It's Sunday afternoon and everybody's here, and everybody's really excited about the dig and eager to know what you found.
Things change every hour. I thought we'd struggle to make things change every day, but things change all the time. We're getting new bits of building, new bits of information, so we'll go there and have a good look around, just to tie it all up for you.
I've come with my husband and my 3 children. I wanted to bring them along because I wanted them to see something tangible. It's much easier to teach them about history when they've got something tangible in front of them that they can see. It means something to them. And also you've got all the different layers. So you've got history, sort of recent history, going right the way back, right the way through the centuries, and as you go down through the layers you can see that.
You know, we talked about these rounded bricks and the way you're not going to bang your arm on a corner and scrap the skin.
Is that going deeper down when you go down?
It is. It's going a lot deeper. I think there may be another 3 feet, about a metre still left in there.
It's not a good idea to go in, though, is it, in case of all that in there?
Exactly. That's why Steve stopped digging here at the moment, because we always got to think, tell you before, we always got to think about safety on site.
The volunteers have been brilliant. I mean, the amount of work that's been done, it's just fantastic. So, because we weren't really sure how fast things would progress, especially when you came up here and you see the size of the site and you think, oh my god, it's a lot to be done over 3 weeks. But we've been getting through things at a really, really substantial rate. So people have been working really hard. So a lot of interest, which is good.
So has it made it interesting as well coming back to Moston for
Definitely. I dig all over the country and it's just brilliant for it to come and dig in our own area. It never happens.
Good.
And even better because you're only 5 minutes that way, so I get a line every morning.
Good. So if you want to ask Sarah anything during this week, you can do. Yeah?
I'll be wandering to and from to check how everything's going and liaising between the 2 digs, so any questions?
Yeah.
Well, ask any of us really.
Yeah. But now you know Sarah comes from the same school as you. Great. Thanks, Sarah.
I'm from Moston myself, and well, it makes a change to be digging in my own backyard, but it's also been really, really nice, the enthusiasm and the support we've had from the local people.
I've enjoyed myself very much because at the end of the day, part of my family do come from Moston. They also come from Ancoats, Mouse Platting and Newton East, so be careful, don't mind with Cookie, because I know a lot of people. And to me, as I said before, it's like a bit like coming home, and it brings a bit of a community spirit to a place that sometimes it seems to have lost a bit of its community aspects to it. And an example of that is today, even today we've been trying to fill up a big barrel, because it's quite a very warm day, to put cold drinks in. And one of the lads is running up and down from the toilet with big buckets of water. And one of the guys from the allotments actually turned around and said, "Yeah, mate, you can use my hose pipe." The community spirit's coming back already. You just didn't ignore him, you didn't just watch him running sweating. He said, you can borrow my hose pipe to fill it up. That's what it's all about.
I think there's been a very good liaison between all the archaeologists like Simon and Sarah and everyone and the people.
They use my, how can you say, quirky sense of humour to help facilitate the people to enjoy looking at holes in the ground and knock down walls.
And we've grown a lot of the archaeologists, I think, into a much more public role. They rose to that very well, didn't they, Henry? Yeah. And it's just nice that the amount of local interest, that's actually been prompted from it. We've been getting over 50 people for each site tour, which has been fantastic.
It's never really been attempted before, getting the community involved in digging their own archaeology. Dave was a bit apprehensive, and I think I was a bit apprehensive about the project. There were so many things that could go wrong.
My role really has been overseeing the work on site in advance of it starting and as it progresses through it. I get involved really in a sort of around the periphery to make sure things are running smoothly and that it's excavated in a correct and professional way.
It was my cup of tea, get the community in. It's always been a little thing of mine. So I think Dave thought it was passing me a problem child.
Initially madness, people running around doing all sorts of jobs that needed doing in advance of the work.
But it's turned out to be a peach of a thing. It's great.
But from that madness, a really organised and setup that has been a joy to be involved in.
From 1976 onwards, I was a police officer around here, and this, funnily enough, was part of my beat. Now I've been coming down for a couple of days. I'm recognising the old places, and some of the people are still the same. It's been quite exciting, renewing old acquaintances and old habitats. Having lived here and worked here for 20-25 years, I'd never known Sarah before until I went to university. And Sarah lives 5 minutes walk away from the site. I lived 10 miles away from the site, but worked actually on the site. I've actually walked through here on night duty. I didn't know then there was any archaeology, but yeah, it's really strange. It's one of those coincidences in life, isn't it? And not for 1 minute did I think I'd be coming down to Moston digging what has turned out to be a tremendous site. Absolutely tremendous. The interesting bit to me is what we're terming at the moment the workshop area that isn't actually part of the old hall, but is the industrial side of it, the self-sufficiency side of what obviously went on in the hall. And we've found workshop areas that's showing perhaps blacksmithing work and other bits of industry, local, family industry to do with the house itself and the running of the house.
Can you see that's that? Yeah. Yeah. And so this is going to be that in a minute. Can you see how it's, that's the other bit, yeah.
That's excellent. Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah. So that's now going to be drawn. That's going to be drawn down to make the spike.
Yeah, we've got a lot of ironwork in evidence, and it's the sort of stuff you don't bring on site. A lot of it's industrial wasted type stuff. It looks as though there may have even been a furnace here. We've got like an extrusion that only comes from a furnace. I mean, yeah, lots of iron objects, lots of handmade nails. I'm surprised we haven't found a horseshoe yet. We should have. We know there are stables here. But yeah, I mean, this is great. This is like archaeology in action. It's exactly what would have happened on this site. Brilliant.
My name's Matthew, and I've been doing this archaeologist dig for this week. We've been finding like loads of stuff, like been finding coins and teeth and ribs, and we found all these cobbles, which we think's a shed, because there's some different coloured look. It's all different coloured bricks, what we think could be separated because then there's like the old ditching, so that could be a post that separate the horses. And we found like pieces of metal that was sticking to the wall that they can hang hay onto it or tie the horses to. And it's been really good this week and hope that we can do it again.
Hello, my name's Candice and I've been working on this archaeology trip. I think it's really good. It's one of those things that you've got to try to enjoy. We've been finding loads of exciting bones, big boulders, small bones, and an oyster shell which was, like in our days, quite expensive, but in them days it was like for the poor people.
What sort of benefits are you seeing the children get from it then? Because it's not just academic, is it?
Absolutely not. There are a number of very intangible things. There's a huge social bonus for a start. Archaeology is ultimately social.
The three schools are all working together, and they're also on the same site with a whole range of volunteers and expert archaeologists, and they're meeting a whole range of professional people as well. So it's been a much bigger project for them to join in. So that's been really good. It's really sort of multidisciplinary.
Nice that all the schools have come together and they're not arguing or anything like that. People haven't even met each other before and like we're all working together as a team.
I think they're involved in something real, something that's really part of the heritage. Part of Manchester. It belongs to them. So again, they become much more tied, perhaps, to their community.
I didn't think we'd be this active.
No,
but we have like done a really lot of work, and
I thought it'd be a lot more boring. It's definitely better than anticipated.
You can learn what type of culture the people from them days had, how they made the bricks.
One of these beautiful things you find on excavations sometimes. This is a little chunk of a handmade brick. Now, although they're important, they're not the most technically demanding things to make. So you could get anybody to make them, even someone like myself, or a small child.
The young children years ago actually worked and they made bricks. They made the building. They built it. It was all their hands that made it go up.
And this one, this little fragment of handmade brick, we've got a lovely little fingerprint in it. Stick your finger in that. Mine doesn't fit in there. Just put your little finger in that, see what happens. Fits like a glove. Yeah?
Simon's favourite find.
I liked it when you put my finger on a stone and it was the same size.
The work that the volunteers are doing, the work that the school children are doing, has just surpassed my expectations and everybody's. Absolutely staggering. Far better than I'd imagined ever.
Can I ask you where you're digging to?
Australia. I'm going on a cheap holiday, I don't pay this way.
How do you know when to stop?
When Brian says stop.
When we can't see your arms, stop there.
When I've gone down there and I can't get back out, that's it.
Well, that's a deep one, isn't it?
Nice and hot that. They'll all be happy with me.
You get so focused in your own little area.
You're oblivious to what's going on around you, really.
Yeah, they call a tea break, you don't want to go.
Literally, but rip them off. Say, get out here, get a brew, have a drink.
And that's what you've been doing, isn't it?
And that's what I've been doing.
You have a joke and a laugh, but sometimes you switch off. And you're within your own head, if you know what I mean. And you're working away and you find something, ooh, that's interesting. But sometimes you're in a little cocoon of your own. And you break out, I do now and again, and have a walk around and see what somebody else is doing. Because there's interesting things happening all over the place, you know.
It makes you look at things differently as well.
Oh, it does, yeah.
You know, other buildings and things when you're out. You look
Yeah.
at it completely differently, don't you?
Well, I've gone on day trips out to Scotland and things, and I'm not looking at trees, I'm looking at lumps and bumps on the soil. You know, I'm missing all the beauty spots. I know, yeah, yeah, that's me.
It's been great, hasn't it? Everybody's got on.
Everybody has.
Everybody has got on. It's been really good. So there's nobody, you know, it's been quite friendly and it's a community feeling. Yeah. Laugh about it, yes, of course we have.
We're not just digging all the time, we're having a laugh as well. So, you know, it's like when you find one bit, it encourages you to carry on further and further. Like today we started here and it's like going back to the work. Yeah, right. Well, I started over there and like done this.
I'm going to come in after.
It's been really fun sort of like trying new stuff. As you find it, you feel sort of like dead happy and excited and stuff. You just found something.
What have you got there, mate? And you found that under the ground? And it's a sheep bone. Another one?
Yeah, that's what it,
wow.
that's what it's like.
I can't believe
Yeah,
that.
I found some stuff.
You found what?
2 nails.
2 nails?
Yeah, all mouldy and rusty.
Fingernails?
No.
Another bone.
This is from the rib, but I don't think it's from a sheep.
So what kind of animal do you know?
A smaller animal than a sheep anyway. It's from the ribs though, that's what we know. Yeah, it might have been from a baby one.
Oh my god.
Oh, get a very smooth surface.
Wow, what are they, nails? My gosh.
Go and get your bone.
Where's the bone?
And here's the hairpins, what we used to tie the hair up with. All the hairpins.
Oh my gosh.
But it's been rusted in nails and stuff and iron.
Oh,
Bring the bone over here.
And we take it out of the bag what it was located in, and then we clean it and then put it on top of the bag for it to dry, and then once it's all fully dried, we put it back in the bag and put it over there.
And then what happens to it?
It gets sent off to see its sister, to the university,
Manchester.
and then hopefully it will go to for education.
Museums.
Young girl with a brush cleaning the fines away. I said, how long have you been here? Oh, ages. But she wasn't the least bit bothered. She was good for the ages more, I think.
I found a farthing.
All
All right, it was only we think 1917, that was about amongst the cobblers. So somebody lost a lot of money. And from them losing it to me find it, there's just that link, and that was brilliant.
What we wanted to do was engage the children and the community in an archaeological dig. There were so many people, and people from Crewe were ringing and from Cheshire. I mean, you know, Moston was firmly placed on the archaeological map very quickly. But the most important thing of all, we offered the places to local people. And the people you see here today are local people. The children you see here today are local school children. And we haven't turned anybody away yet.
I'm just sorry I had to go away on holiday. Sad, isn't it, to go away on holiday in the middle of it and miss the main part. But I've done a couple of days digging, and now I'm acting as labourer for the emptying the wheelbarrows. But yeah, I've been really keen to get back and get on with it. But it's really fascinating the amount that they've dug up and found.
Didn't know what to expect really. I've never been to anything like this, but I think it's fantastic the way they've got the children involved, and I didn't expect to see so many people here, so it's been really exciting.
Everybody's come together and it's really good.
The best thing about it has been this incredible sense of community and unity, and it's not just like, oh, this is ours, we're digging it. It's Moston's, in that it's their heritage, it's their past, it's their history, and they're the people who are touching it, who are bringing it to life in the present. That's what I've found really inspiring, and actually all the archaeologists here have been saying this is the most inspirational dig we've ever been on. It's bringing us back to where we started from, so it's just been fantastic. And the reactions, the visitors book, people, as they walk away, you can hear them muttering to themselves about, oh wow, oh I remember my grandma, and it's just fantastic.
Very exciting.
Makes you want to get down and dig in all the things to find things.
I'm wondering why I've left it while today to walk round.
So you've enjoyed it?
Really enjoyed
very
it.
good.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Oh, it's given us all a buzz. It's great. The kids found it fantastic. I mean, she was telling her friends, so she dragged a friend with us this morning.
I've had 3 children that have been in and played for many a happy hour in this area and didn't know what they were treading on, and neither did I.
We'd like to thank
everyone that's helped us
and
with
made it
learning our
possible
new
for us
skills.
to do this. Yeah.
So I don't think it could have gone any better. It's been absolutely outstanding. The volunteers, both children and adults, have been superb, very loyal, worked really, really hard. We've got a nice little team of archaeologists going now. The support of the local people, the council, everyone who's sponsored us. Everything has been brilliant. I cannot imagine it going any better. Everything's been great.
And how are you feeling?
Tired but happy. Put some long nights and early mornings into this. So tired. I'm looking forward to some sleep, but thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't want to look down there because it's taking away all the exhibitions and pulling down the marquee. Just looks a bit like an end to it. We're back next week, but it's just not going to be the same. Not without the volunteers. I mean, we'll be there. We've got a bit of work to do though.
So what about next year?
Can't wait.
You're coming back?
Oh yeah. Try and keep me away. In the same way that the volunteers, they've already put the names down the list. My name's on the list already. You know, I want to go a longer season.
Yeah, if I was able to, I would definitely come back and do it again. I enjoy working with the people as well. And it's been great having the team I've had for the weekend. It's been a good laugh. So,
I mean, the commitment and enthusiasm of everybody, from the school children through to the adults, to the volunteers, I think, the people involved in the council and various bodies, has been an inspiration to us all, I think, to professional archaeologists. And it has been a joy to work on, and we'd love to come and do it again. That's the best thing I can say about it. We'd love to do it again.
It's sad, really. Yeah, I don't want to go. The volunteers don't want to go, and I don't really either. I want to stay.
Well done.
People have come up to me and they say, you know, what's the best archaeological dig you've ever been on? I've been to some spectacular ones, really spectacular, like Roman, Neolithic, Bronze Age. Everything that an archaeologist wants. But this is, and I'm not lying, this is my favourite dig. It's been absolutely brilliant.